Warning, this video is not professional. I'm doing this for fun. Please go into this video with that in mind. This is for fun. Thank you. Also, this video is mainly like a guide for anyone who wants to know more about Tenna's design for, I guess, drawing or something. I don't know. Tenna. Oh my god, I love TV, we all love TV. Spampton especially. Oh, is it a bit stuffy in here or is it just me? Let me slip into something a bit more comfortable. That's more like it. Audience, I turned myself into a TV head. Anyway, Tenna, if you're not aware, is a Deltarune Chapter 3 character. The boss, specifically. He hasn't been out for a while, but you'd be convinced that he was, since every single Twitter artist and Instagram and Tumblr and Blue Sky artist I know has drawn him. I love it all. Oh my god, some of this art is amazing and spectacular. Not even some, all of it, just beautiful, just gorgeous. But with so many different artists and artworks, you do really have to acknowledge just the difference in methods of drawing him. I mean, compare my Tenna art to the real thing and you can see some differences. Regardless, it's still Tenna. And so is all of the artwork. They're all TV, they're all Tenna. Oh my god, I love TV. Okay, artists draw Tenna differently. Cool, but how? Well, let's take a trip down Fandom Lane and find out. But we can't do that just yet. I mean, have you seen the video title? What comes first? We need to look at the OG to get a good picture of how people transform him onto their canvas. So let's find those similarities, those differences. Let's analyze the entire design of Tenna Deltarune. Because I hear you cathode screams at your screen right now. Yeah, let's go with that. That's great. How can we tell what's different, what's similar, what people take creative leisure with if we don't get an in-depth lesson on how it is comprised, specifically the design of Tenna Deltarune? So, I think we should... Whoa, hold up, man. Hold up. I am so glad, random viewer. I am so happy you want to know. Thanks, Toby Fox. Just how Tenna is comprised. However, I want you to stop, look, and listen, because I have chapters to this shit. I thought this video might end up being a little bit long. It is 18 pages as of writing, and that's not including the interviews. Oh, spoiler! Anyway, so before we go any further, I want to clarify that this video is segmented into a couple different parts. So skip around to what you want. Here are the timestamps. First chapter, appearance description. If you ever wanted to know how to draw Tenna based off a description with high levels of accuracy, refer to this. 2. Color palette. This is for those who want to know the ins and outs of shading and highlighting in reference to his canonical coloring. 3. Misc, which is short for miscellaneous elements of the design that I don't cover in the first two. Number 4. Personality/posing/sprites. This is for those who want to characterize Tenna based off his mannerisms in his canonical spritings. Number 5. Use of body language / further development of prior sections. So, just what I didn't cover in those prior sections. 6. Fandom interpretations. 7. Fandom artist interviews. Oh, artist interviews. Yippee! And then number 8. Closing thoughts. So, you guys might think this is slop. That's fine. Don't have your expectations really low in this video and you'll be fine with the outcome. Or just put this on when you're drawing. I see you. What are you drawing? Show me right now. What are you drawing? Ooh, that looks great. Thank you so much. Keep on drawing. You're doing great. Anyway, I wanted to talk at nauseam about Tenna's design, so let's get into it. Let's talk at nauseam till I am nauseous. Haha. Alright, let's get into it. Here we have a TV head. Smooth and inoffensive. This will be the basis for our revolution. What are the first things we notice about Tenna's design? Well, let's start off. A TV for a head, that's for sure. Lopsided, in fact. The right side is higher than the left. His head slopes inwards at the back. The top of his head sports two large antennae, which are comically sized. They appear bent sometimes or otherwise straight. His head is also the same size as his torso if you're taking it from the right side. He lacks any eyes, instead he has a bright screen and a long pointy nose with a J-shaped mouth. I don't know how else to describe this type of mouth. It looks like a J or a triangle. These aspects can switch off when needed, as well as exaggerate, as he is shown to display canines when he gets into a larger, more scary mood. Also, he has the potential for a regular horror-esque smile which comes on when he is actually scary versus when he's trying to be scary. He wears a fitted red/magenta tailcoat. The tails are long and reach down to his knee. The jacket itself has two large shoulder pads and is buttoned up. Upon the jacket is a pin which has two large letters of TV on it, the T and V being connected to each other at the top. Similarly, he sports a belt buckle in the shape of a TV, similar to his head, however not lopsided. The belt strap itself is only seen in certain approved pieces of Tenna media, such as his figurine, as most of his sprites are too small to actually display it. It's shown to be a navy blue color. Tenna wears two huge gloves on his hands, which are also huge. His hands are big. They're canonically Spampton-sized, genuinely. Spampton is the size of a Tenna hand, which is great for fanfic authors, I mean. The sleeves of the glove cover the sleeves of his jacket, and they look similar to the Looney Tunes style of glove. His undershirt is a mix of the same material as his gloves, and a red collar similar to his jacket. Attached to the collar is a sizable tie, which remains untucked, often covering his belt. All of the items on his torso are comically large, moving onto his legs, which are around the combined size of his head and torso. He wears some fitted, shiny pants, which tuck into his shoes, yellow dress shoes with black soles. These shoes are roughly the size of his neck to his nose sideways. You can see this in his official standee figurine, which is just the goofiest side profile ever. His arms and legs have a rubber hose quality to them, as they're quite flexible. Both of his arms and leg are proportional to one another, being the same thickness. The legs are slightly a bit skinnier towards the bottom, however, tapering down near the shoes. Also worth mentioning that his waist is smaller than his head, and his legs go inwards and backwards, so that's cool, I guess. And depending on the sprite/official fangamer work, he does or does not have that color palette. Okay, color palette. Now, the fact that Tenna was originally a 3D model makes the color palette really interesting, because it'll have a different rendering style to most of the other Deltarune sprites. So, let's get into this. I made these convenient balls to help me explain. If anyone has been around my Twitter since the beginning, you would have remembered the Tenna balls that I drew at one point, so that was... Anyway, let's go from top to bottom. His antenna. Tenna's antennae are a lilac color, like most of them. However, it's a darker lilac compared to the rest of his body, with minor highlights and shadows, meaning that it is mostly appearing as one solid color apart from the tiny reflections and tiny shadows. The shadows are a deeper hue of lilac reflecting the same base color, and his highlights are a lighter shade before dipping into a white tone. Tenna's head is a lighter lilac color with heavy highlighting and shadows. Seen here and here, we can interpret that most of the reflecting light is coming from his face/screen. Most of the brighter lilacs turn to this pale pinkish tone as they get closer to his face, eventually hitting white at the brightest hue. The darker colors for the shadows actually descend into the blue territory, as you can see on the edges of his head. The screen/nose/mouth. Tenna's screen is mainly white, with underlying shadows coming into a cyan around the underside of his nose and the edges of his screen. Whenever he tilts his head down, this cyan color takes up most of his face. Around his mouth, he also uses the same lilac tones from his head to outline his expressions. We could interpret this as meaning that Tenna's screen isn't as bright as we would like to think it is, and that the white is more of a base tone rather than the luminance that is coming from his screen, but we can interpret whatever we want. I'm just saying it's a possibility. Tenna's tie is a bright yellow, with minimal shading aspects, only displaying shadows around the edges. Occasionally in his animations we can see a highlight on the tie which blends into white. However, for the most part, this horrid to shade yellow remains unhighlighted. I hate yellow. I hate shirt. Tenna's shirt is mainly shaded using the same aspects as his screen alongside his head/gloves, using the highlighted aspects as the main base with the lightest color before hitting the white being the shirt's base. Typically see the shirt base color either being that cyan blue from before or lilac. Collar. The collar is the same color as the jacket, which I will get into instead, however do note the collar displays no highlights. Jacket. The jacket is a solid red / bordering on magenta color. The main shadows are just darker shades of the same red, with a small outline of a dark blue / green to emphasize the arms and tail. There are more shadows than there are highlights on this jacket. The highlights that are here are extremely small in terms of transitional between the colors and go quickly from red to pink to hitting white. TV pin. Tenna's TV pin is an ugly gold color, and since it's so small, you can't tell if it's just a jumble of pixels of colors or is there even any highlights or shadows to it? No, I don't know. There probably is, it's just so small you can't even see it. Gloves, the same color as Tenna's shirt, a white base with lilacs plus cyan shading with darker cyans at the edge for clarity. Belt strap. His belt is only acknowledgeable in some of his sprite works / official merchandise. However, it tends to be a blue strip with no shading, a dark blue navy strip. TV belt. His little TV belt is also the same type of color as his tie, however it's slightly darker with more orange shading compared to the greenish shading of his tie. It also has 2 dark sticks to attach the balls of his antenna to. The highlights on it are brighter than the base by a slight amount. I don't know, man. It's yellow. It's horrid. It's so egotistical. I just really don't like yellow. Pants. His pants. Tenna's pants. Thank you, God, for finally making me decide to start rendering latex. Whoever you are out there, Gaster, whoever, just thank you for finally kicking me in the ass and telling me render leather. Yeah, so these buggers are a dark blue / gray base, which has highlights and no shadows. The highlights go from dark gray, blue, to lilac, to this pinkish tone, and then finally white. And that transitional period between those colors is extremely small. Shoes. His shoes are pretty much the same color as his tie, with the black soles that at the edge go from dark gray to lilac to white. Tiny little transitional period, like pixel small. I hate this yellow color. Tenna, why are you yellow like this? Overall, Tenna's main colors tend to be a lilac or gray-blue / purple tone, a gray tone, a red tone, white, and with accents of yellow and cyan as a shader. Tenna has many different alternatives to his regular look. The old-timey look only appears in Tenna_dance_Kane GIF animation. He sports an old-timey barbershop quartet bowler hat with a grey / lilac stripes. The color is lilac, but it's meant to be interpreted as grayscale, so, you know. His suit is no longer a coattail and is the same color from the jacket to the shoes, with an accompanying bow tie, to which is a lighter lilac. He actually has less reflective pants in this, more similar to the reflectability of his jacket from the OG spriting, and he wears socks in this one, which match his bow tie, instead of having his pants tucked into his shoes for some reason. His head is still the same color, if not a bit lighter, his shirt and gloves too. The TV pin is the only aspect that remains its OG coloration of the yellow, gross, horrid yellow, and his cane, which is a new addition in similar colors to his antenna. During the blossom animation, Tenna sprouts a red and yellow flower. This flower is not the same tone as his jacket, in fact it's a lighter shade. However, the inside portion is the same color as his tie. It's reminiscent of a daffodil flower, I guess. I'm not very big into flowers, so you can make your own comparisons. The microphone. Tenna's microphone appears in sprites like Pointing Up and Point. It's a dark grey color similar to his pants, utilizing the same shading elements. Static screen. Tenna has a static screen that appears during his battle when zooming in. This is just a mix of random black and white pixels. His screen hits a dark grey during his freakout animations. Smile. Tenna when smiling either has segmented Steven Universe teeth I wrote down, or a regular line down his smile with rosy cheeks, same color as his jacket. Teeth. Tenna's sharp teeth mimic that of a cat's or a evil demon During the evil sprite, his screen becomes a darker shade of lilac and his jacket grows spiky parts, with the tailcoat almost becoming that of a tail. Tenna has a chef hat which is shaded in a lilac/pinkish tone, with a base color of white, meaning no highlights for this hat. It doesn't move and it's only really seen in his dance_cabbage_small_hat sprite and a couple of other ones like the whisper one. Cowboy hat shadow. In one of the minigames, Tenna appears in a cowboy hat as a shadow. This hat is comical and barely the size of his head. He also has a gun here. Cowboy sprite. He has accompanying sprites where he wears a brown bowed cowboy hat and has a gun. The hat sits between his antenna. He's so Sam and Max coded. Sorry. Somebody's gonna get that reference in the comments. Please, please. Cue card. Tenna has cue cards with the same shading as his hands. It is also as big as his hands. Golden statuette. Regular Tenna sprites, but with a fancy new paint job. AKA, he's got the Breaking Bad yellow overlay filter. He just gets really yellow. However, his head is more orange. Honestly, he's not that yellow, to be honest. His jacket is green and the shadows are red, giving the illusion that he is yellow. You know, when people said that painting masters would make lemon peels really long to show off that they can shade yellow. Yeah, this entire sprite is just that. Tenna in the Legend of Tenna minigames appears as a small pink sprite which shares his likeness. The only parts of his outfit maintained are his pants, gloves, shirts, and tailcoat. Otherwise, he's pretty simple. Comprised of dark magenta/red/pink and white. Sphinx. Appearing in the boards is Tenna, but a sphinx. Tenna Sphinx is comprised of the colors dark yellow, tan, lighter tan, basic tan, and grayed yellow, as well as a slightly lighter version of grayed yellow, alongside accents of cyan and darker cyan, plus a shading cyan on his face. I don't like yellow. The Sphinx has 2 Q's on its chest, and instead of a, I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, just watch me do it. Nemes. I can't live with myself. How do I say this? Nemes. We got there. On his head, he has a TV border mimicking the same patterns. The sprite comes with a forward-facing nose, mouth, and sunglasses, which are also cyan. Personality and posing, baby! Oh my god, you can tell a lot about the way a man moves in his sprite animations. Tenna conveys a lot of personality through his sprites, being the most animated character in Deltarune. So let's go over his mannerisms and type of posing/character acting. Can you tell I'm smiling when reading this? Classic poses. This is gonna be a long one, I hope you're in for it. Tenna has a ton of sprites, like far too many, but he's got a good set of basic sprites, which he has a ton of different versions of. Some might even say he has a 10-ton ba-ching. Anyway, let's list them. Pointing up Tenna. He has a hand pointing up and one around his mic, with an upright posture. His stance is open, showing confidence. Point 2, where he is squatted with one arm outstretched and the PogChamp face. Really? PogChamp? Okay, whatever. Alright. Going with that. Similar to his pointing up, he's got a confidence outward stance. This one's just called pose, but most would know it as Blossom, which is its alternative sprite, where Tenna floats off of his feet with his hands clasping together, like resting against his head. Let's try and speedrun, but I'm gonna trip at the starting line, and I'm just gonna keep on rolling down the cliff next to the marathon track. But let's try and get through this. Listening. Antenna, bent. Posture, bent. Hands intent to listen. Whisper. His whole pose here is angled. Tenna, angled. Arms at an angle. Knees, angled. Hand, not angled. Tie adjust. Bro is so nervous. What a cutie patootie. Running. FNAF R jump scare. Why is he running like a sprinter? Oh. Bow. Bow. Bro can touch his toes with his nose. Fall. So dramatic. Fall in. Literal concussion. Shocked. This is just evil sprite with less evil tailcoat is tail in this one. Twirl. Prima ballerina over here. Bulletin. You can look at this pose 2 ways. He's contacting someone, or he's checking his nails. Communication. I really like this sprite. I just think his antennae are neat when they're like this. I just think it's so cute. Frightened. One antenna is bent in this one. His posture is bent inwards and his leg is up. This is a closed off pose and is indicating that he wants to make himself smaller and meeker. Standing on one leg as opposed to two conveys that he's unstable in the situation / unable to ground himself in both feet. In other words, he's submissive and— Okay! No, stop. Next spray. Damn! No, obvious, I said stop it! Desperate. Antennae are all over the place in this one, slightly back, then further back, then forward, then all over the way, and they're up again. Cute. Adorable. Salute A plus B. Aw, he's serving versus he's serving. Grasp A plus B. Where is that one photo? There we go! In seriousness, he's grasping his head, holding it as if the weight of the information makes him uncomfortable, bringing about the idea that this knowledge is too heavy for him to handle, thus it makes his head heavy. Also, squatting brings him down in a vertical height, therefore a symbolic effort to convey the reduced confidence, since confidence is associated with high in stature. So this is conveying that without shrinking him in the moment, he is feeling meek or less confident within himself. Can you tell I took acting class? Whatever. Hurt. Very straight. But what's interesting is that this sprite, this hurt sprite, is not the typical look that I'd associate a hurt sprite. Like, if anything, this sprite looks more shocked than I would say physically hurt. And also is used accordingly. Like, I'm pretty sure this is used in the I'm hurt by what you said and I'm hurt physically. Which lets us know that Tenna sees mental pain and physical pain on the same kind of level. Hooray! Yippee! This is just so whimsical. I love it. Arms up. Teeth. I just wrote teeth. Bruh, what the hell? Face away. Bro thinks he's aura farming. The shadows are to make him less distinct, indicating he's hiding things. Also indicated by him looking away from the player, his head is the only thing visible, drawing attention to the fact that he's desperate. All of the misery that he holds, all of the secrets that he's keeping, secrets that he thinks are too larger than life, it still doesn't matter because in the end he's just a TV. So, what I'm saying in this, because I think I wrote it poorly here, is that because the shadows only illuminate his TV head, it's throwing away all of his notions of personhood by getting rid of his sprite, the rest of his sprite, his outfit, his character, and just focusing on the TV aspect, looking away. There's an element of depersonalization. He's not looking at you, he's looking away, so you could just see him as a TV. At the end, he's just a TV. Anyway, podium pose. Bro's just so happy. Oh, and Spam Tenna pose here too. Spam Tenna reference. Oh, I love those guys. They're so cute. Laugh. Okay, so this sprite is kind of interesting to me because I wouldn't be wrong in saying that it invokes the same kind of vibes as those knee-slapping videos, right? It's an extremely exaggerated laugh and reminds me of how silent film actors would exaggerate their movements to get across the comedy in a situation, which helps the audience associate Tenna with a bygone era, as well as showing off that, like those silent film actors, he needs to exaggerate everything to get his point across or else he'll go unnoticed and unseen, and unheard, like how he's turned off in the Dreamer household. So when attention is put on him in the Dark World, he's suddenly desperate to hold that attention and exaggerates all of his poses because of that. Okay, I know I said I was gonna like try and speed through his stuff, but there's like so much symbolic intent behind all of these sprite works. I'm so sorry. Evil. His jacket is spiky in this one, his tailcoat is pointed upwards, he's got teeth, and his antennae are angled. What does this convey? Demonic imagery! Okay, so Tenna and Chris are actually shown as similar characters with ties to each other in terms of demonic imagery, similarly to how Noelle and Spampton reflected with angel imagery, seen through sprites and textual references. Laugh pose. Like I said with the previous laugh pose, but he goes up in the animation where this is used, so, you know, jumping for joy. He's got a small amount of red blush, which could tie to Spampton. At all times to Spampton. Always bet on Spam Tenna, bet. Point at the screen. Wait. Why is he pointing at the screen? Does he know the player exists? No. Well, actually, maybe he does. But no, he's probably just pointing at the camera because the stage is facing that way. I mean, all the other sprites are pointing towards the camera as well. But you could also make an argument that they're always pointing towards the camera, and that's just how they point. But he does get stabbed when he mentions the deal that Chris made, which Spampton got threatened over, but he was gonna get stabbed anyway in the sword room. Droop. His sprite stretches out and his antennas droop. Yet again, it's reducing his vertical height without shrinking him. Well, technically it is shrinking him because the sprite is also smaller, but not by much, and it's paired with him shrinking normally anyways, so whatever. I'm explaining this too much. Bro is sad and he gets small. Sad. He's cartoonishly sad. What are cartoons? Exaggerated. What are Tenna's emotions? Exaggerated. Head lowered. Less exaggerated, more realistic. A more subdued kind of emotion. Something a bit more serious? Maybe this is telling that Tenna is forced to act exaggerated and overconfident and all of these things, and I don't know what I'm saying, guys. Excuse me, I'm yawning right now. All I'm saying is that maybe this is just him portraying the fact that his emotions aren't always exaggerated and it's like a facade he has to keep up. Snap. You're in an alleyway in the 50s and some gangsters want to rob you. Zoom. This one is just for his zoom stuff, and the fact that he's holding his hands behind his back, you could say, means he's hiding something. Sad turned A plus B. Again, with the exaggerated sadness. T-pose. Close enough. Welcome back, 2018. Roaring Knight slash. Okay, it's kind of interesting that the Roaring Knight didn't slash him straight down the middle like they do when swooning the Fun Gang, unless you believe that Chris Slash theory is true. Just like the prophecy said, Lord of Screens cleaves red by blade, but there's two blades here that are slashing him at the same time. Though that doesn't really mean anything since the slashes were both caused by the same blade. I don't know, maybe there's two blades. Two Knight theory? Two Knight theory? Oh my god. Oh my god, two Knight theory? Anyway, I don't know. It's just weird that they didn't slash him on the screen like in the prophecy. And obviously you could say that, hey, the images in the prophecy are meant to be simplistic. Yeah, so why not just like let Tenna get slashed with how the prophecy shows? It's a much stronger image too. Like, I've seen more fan art of his screen cracked down the center than I have of his arms gone. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've seen a pretty even split. Anyway, getting slashed down the screen in the prophecy, but not in the real scenario. Instead, his arms. I don't know. Food for thought. You could also say that that's kind of taking away a lot of his personhood because he uses his arms in a lot of his talking and spriting. So maybe it's like, oh, taking away his ability to over-exaggerate, taking away an element of his personhood, reducing him back down to a TV. I don't know, food for thought. Battle stance. Bro is trying to appear so scary. Why is he standing like that? Why is he standing like that? Attack. Banana shaped. Then he pulls the splits out of nowhere. Bro, why so flexible, 50-year-old man? Dance _ cabbage. This was one of the main animations pulled from Maximo. Here's the Wikipedia article about the dance summarized. The cabbage dance, actually named the Cabbage Patch, is a hip-hop dance move becoming popular in the 1980s dance clubs throughout North America. The dance's name is derived from the Cabbage Patch Kids doll, or the use of cabbage as a slang for paper money. The dance was originally celebratory and often associated with being cool. Several songs about this dance have been released. Rare Item and the Bud Buddies, The Cabbage Patch Dance, 1983, Delmore Donald's In the Cabbage Patch, 1984, Experience Unlimited Doing the Cabbage Patch, 1986. I don't know how to read Roman numerals, apparently. Is that Louis the... No, it's definitely not a 6. It's a 12. 12. Cabbage Patch, 1986. RP Cola, The Cabbage Patch Dance, 1987. Gucci Crew 2? What happened to the first one? Cabbage Patch, 1987. Working Class Wrecking Crew, Cabbage Patch, 1987. Do I think that Toby chose this specific dance for the express purpose of letting us know that Tenna is trying his best to appear cool? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he just thought it was funny. I don't know, what am I, a Tenna theorist? With how most of my videos go? Yeah, probably. Dance Kane, he's doing the Charleston kick dance. Tenna is doing a dance from the 1920s. He's out of date, he's old-fashioned. This dance just juxtaposed to his cabbage. It's meant to show his true old-timey nature versus what he thinks is modern and cool. It's meant to show that he has a duality of wanting to appease the cool masses and the new stuff whilst trying to remain true to his own intents as a person. I don't know what I'm saying here. Tenna kick. Why is he so flexible? Freak out, haha, spam Tenna reference. I made a video on that, you know. Use of arms. Tenna's sprites tend to lean in favor of his arms being used more than his legs in posing and spriting, but this is like a 60-40 split. It's pretty even, to be honest. He just loves to be expressive, and he does hold himself back in expression in more reduced posing, like I mentioned before, alongside like Todium and Tire Just, I mean. Simply in my own headcanon, because either he's holding himself back from what could be considered normal, or just because it makes more sense in animation. You have those rest poses before a large explosion, you have that build up before everything. If everything's just like a constant release, then it's like you have no gratification, so obviously he's going to have some reduced poses, but he's mainly quite expressive. But his legs are also quite expressive with squatting and leaning and being angled and jumping and banana shaping and splits. They're all quite expressive. It's all very over the top. Over the top, he's just a kinda guy. Yeah. Use of expression. For having no eyes, this motherfucker is so expressive. Like, bro, leave some expression for the rest of us, you dirty dog, you! Tenna uses his mouth, screen, nose, and antenna as the main expressional features on his face, if we're excluding the arms and legs, of course, because they're not on his face. In some sprites, you could also include his tail coat as an expressive feature, but otherwise it isn't used for expression all that much. Tenna's nose is inflexible. Wonderful way to start. Yeah, inflexible, thanks. If anything, it's used in expressions to round out the facial expressions and indicate where he's looking. It's kind of like a substitute for eyes, if anything. He does use his nose in expressions such as his bloom sprite, otherwise it's used to show where he's looking, where his attention is set. Tenna's screen really only has two methods of expression, his mouth and his little emoticons like blush and these little droplet things. His mouth takes up a little over half of his face. He mainly smiles through most of these, only a couple displaying discontentful emotions, such as hurt and desperation. Otherwise, he mainly smiles, nervous smiling, happy smiling, angry smiling, he just smiles. These teeth also switch up between a white strip, segmented parts, and those teeth. His little emoticons range from blush, which comes in two forms, tiny little stripes, and also the pink dots, and also this annoyed particle, which appears occasionally with a drop. Then in desperate, there's the same. Finally, his antenna appearing either straight, bent on one side, bent one other side, leaning back and drooping. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. They're a universal joint. I think that's the correct type of joint. Whatever. Anyway, somebody's gonna yell at me in the comments if I get that wrong. It's not a universal joint. It's a ball joint. It's a ball joint. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I love how expressive his antennae are. I've also listed how you can tell what emotions he's feeling based off his antenna below. Anyway, straight, happy emotions, alert, paying attention, blushing, confused, otherwise idle. Bent back, listening, pleading. Bent forward, sad, desperate, sometimes comedic effect. Bent sideways, comedic effect, emphasis. Lopsided, idle, confused, frightened, scared, hurt, drooping, sad little gloober. Posture. Tenna has an upright posture, which swings from leaning back with a boisterous nature and then leaning forward whenever he's squatting down. There's a couple sprites where he has slumped shoulders, mainly the Glooby sprites. He tries not to slump his shoulders, but he does bend forward, and they also come to a similar level. So, like, he doesn't lean forward with his posture all that much, but when he does, it's mainly when he's sad. Symbolism in design. I didn't write anything for this. I feel like we've been over all of the symbolism in his design, right? Who am I kidding? I'm gonna have to write another part for this script. I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna be annoying. I'm going to freeball this. You may say to yourself, Obisc, freeballing a script? That's not gonna end well. And you know what I have to say to that? I want to get this video out before the end of the year. And I will, but I just don't want to. I don't want to write more. I don't want to write more. Guys, please understand. Anyway, so we're gonna ramble with this. The fact that his TV head is the size of his torso is also really telling, because in another lifetime we have a smaller headed Tenna. But I think the fact that his head is so big, it's so lopsided, it's so cartoonish, is to really hone in on the fact that he's exaggerating. He is this performative showman. He's large, he's in charge, the TV is his life, it's his livelihood, he relies on himself as a TV, he holds most of his value as a TV. It's the biggest part of his character, aside from those long-ass fucking toes. Why are his shoes that big? And you may be wondering to yourself, why is his head lopsided then? Why is his head so weird? It doesn't look like this in the light world, and I think it's because he does want to disassociate himself from just being a regular old TV. I think he wants to be more than that, and he definitely shows it in the video. He shows that he wants to be more than a TV. He wants to be these people's friend. He wants to be involved in the family. Tenna thinks of himself as in the family. A lot of people have either thought of Tenna as an estranged uncle, or or an adoptive sibling, or a father figure to Chris. A lot of people have put Tenna in this role of a family. However, he is not. He's not a part of the family. They turn him off. They do not care about him. Chris doesn't like him all that much. Swordru. I'm using Swordru as my evidence for this. He's just a regular TV to them. So what does he appear like in the Dark World? He appears as not just a regular TV. He appears as something unique, with little dents, with a lot side to it, with shiny things like his brightly colored shoes, and his TV pin, and his long nose, and his large antenna. He's over-exaggerated because he wants to really hone in that he is special, he is unique, he is not like any other TV. You can't get this from an egg. Sorry. Now, in terms of the bright colors, I think somebody found out that if you adjusted the Light World Tenna sprite to Queen's colors, like if you did the same technique that you would have done to get Queen's color palette from the Light World, and you did that for Tenna, then it would result in the same color palette. I think someone found that, but I'm not really sure. I don't know if that's true. I've lost the post, so whoever you are out there, thank you. But yeah, he's really brightly colored in the Dark World. He's got these reflective pants, he's got these reflective jackets, reflective pins, gold, blues, lilacs, all of these alert colors. Red is such an alert color, it's striking, it's attention-grabbing. Yellow, it's also attention-grabbing. It's a reason why McDonald's uses these colors in its branding, is because those are the ones that grab the most attention. However, his TV head is this purple lilac, which goes well, it pairs well, it's nice, it's a lovely color, but you would think that he would have gone for something a bit more brighter, wouldn't you? Like maybe a blue or something, but no, he's lilac. And I think that displays some element of sadness behind his character as well. He can't really hide his emotions all that well in the chapter, and lilac is such a melancholic color. So maybe his trauma, his past experiences, his sadness, it's all already there. Also, just the fact that his sprite, because the screen is always glowing, so most of the light on his head is coming from the screen glow. The back of his head is often in shadow, giving him this uneasy kind of mysterious shading at the back of him. And that's another thing, with the fact that he's a 3D sprite, I didn't even mention that. I didn't even mention the fact that he's a 3D sprite. It's because he doesn't fit in, and he's a TV, and he's large, he's in charge, he's everything. He wants attention onto him, so what's more attention grabbing than the fact that he's 3D in a 2D space? And it's just the fact that he is such a different antagonist to all the other antagonists in Deltarune that really just like emphasizes that fact that he's not intentionally evil. He wants to be a part of the family, but he can't be, because he's a TV, because he's 3D, because he's different, and he feels different. His employees don't like him all that much. I know that like there's showing for his employees do like him, but a lot of them are discontent with him. He's not a great boss. So he doesn't even fit in with his employees. And he doesn't fit in Castletown as well, that's another thing. Because he wants to get adopted by other people, and personally I think he needs to go through a bit more character development before he's able to really, you know, start focusing back on showmanship. You can't rely on the likeness, Tenna. I think that's our point in the game. I'm just gonna say it. I think that he needs some more development, and he found that through his relationship with King, like becoming that court jester. I just think it's interesting. His antenna being bent in a lot of his sprites is also to hone in on that rustic charm. That he's a little bit bent, he's a little bit out of shape, he's probably got a little bit of snow in his screen. Yeah. The gloves are definitely a Looney Tunes thing. Like, I wouldn't be wrong in saying that they're a Looney Tunes thing. We all understand that. He's got Looney Tunes vibes. His tailcoat is adorable. I love a good tailcoat. I don't really know why he wears a tailcoat, because a lot of TV hosts don't do tailcoats. I guess it's to really hone in on the fact that he's from a different era, he's from something bygone, it's old-timey, it's out of fashion, but I would also like to believe that Toby Fox just made him wear a tailcoat because Tumblr sexy men always have tailcoats. So, the belt buckle is an egotism grab, right? We all agree he's a bit of an egotist. Mr. Antenna's TV time. Bro, why are you calling it your own name? Steve Harvey didn't do that with Family Feud. The belt. But it's hidden behind his tie a lot of the time. So it's like, he wants to be an egotist. But deep down, I think he has an element of shame around himself who he is, what he is. He's a TV, but he has this element of shame behind it because he can't be like the Lightners. He can't be a part of the family because he is a TV, but he also feels a lot of pride because he is a TV, because people watch him. So that pride and that shame that is associated with being a TV makes him feel so wonky about who he is as a person, so the tie sometimes covers his TV badge, and then other times doesn't cover it. So it's like, oh, I'm a bit wish-washy on who I am as a person and what I mean to other people based on my perceived looks and how I fit into society, you know? Yippee! And obviously there's more I can say about Tenna. There's so much I can say about Tenna. Too much I can say about Tenna. However, I will not, because I want this video to be consumable to the masses. So it needs to be shorter than what it is turning out to be. So I will not continue with the symbolism talk. Moving on. So, now that I've been over exactly what makes Tenna Tenna, let's go over the differences that we can see within fandom and how he depicts in different art styles and whatnot. Differences. TV head. I've seen many different interpretations of the TV head part of Tenna. Here are the main ones that I've found. Lore accurate, box head, accurate CRT, rounded, triangle, crossover! And within that crossover, I have made a sub-list, which is box cross accurate, CRT cross box, triangle cross lore, rounded cross square, rounded cross lore. So what's the difference? And what's the ratio? Well, I'm not gonna do a big old scientific study about how many artists draw him with which head, but I'll go off what I see mainly on Twitter, because I don't have a Tumblr account, and do people still use Instagram? The lore accurate is defined by its ability to replicate Tenna's canonical sprite, with the sloped trapezoid, rounded edges, and sizable proportions. This one, people will see and think, oh, Tenna! Oddly enough, I don't see a lot of lore accurate TV heads. Well, I do, and I don't. I say that as if there's none. There's a lot of people who draw the lore accurate TV head. When people go for a lore-accurate Tenna, they tend to make the whole piece extremely lore-accurate, very beautifully rendered, and a whole number of other things. But due to the lore-accurate's very odd shape, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around it as well. So like most artists just like opt for something that's still recognizable but easy to draw. I know I do. I hate drawing the slanted head. It messes up my perspective. Why does it mess up my perspective? The box set. As the name suggests, this is the typical square/rectangle shaped Tenna head. It's square, it resembles a TV. When people start out drawing Tenna, they lean towards this design the most. The accurate CRT. I see almost the exact same amount as the box head. And that makes sense, since it's an evolution of the previously mentioned. These CRT heads lean towards the boxy look of an old cathode ray tube. Sloping down at the back, like most TVs do, these CRT heads often have side vents or a number of different greebles to adorn Tenna's head. And oh my god, there's one artist who can draw this beautifully. I won't mention their name, but I feel like everyone knows who I'm talking about. I hope they do. Anyway. Rounded. These heads are less common, alongside the next head shape that I'm gonna mention. I don't see them as much, but I have come across them. They're typically still shaped roughly square, however their edges are like heavily rounded, and the style I often see utilizing this tends to be quite bubbly and cute. The last one I typically see is the triangle head. Tenna already has a lot of triangular features in his current head, so what if this was exaggerated? Then you get a triangle head. The back of Tenna's head turns into a triangle shape. His TV head front gets a lot more angular, and overall he becomes quite edgy. I don't mean that in the edgy way. I've seen a lot of good bug designs of Tenna that utilize the more triangular shape rather than a square one, which is really cool. Now, you may be wondering about these crossovers. I won't go too far in depth, but let's go over them. Box X accurate. The most common you'll find where Tenna isn't a lopsided as a sprite, but still retains a lot of the notable features, like the rounded edges and the more triangle stuff. You know, I draw this one. This is what I draw. The box cross accurate lore, whatever. This is my one. This is my hole. CRT cross box. Typically a box head with the addition of a rim around the side and some greebles, as well as vents. CRT X lore. The typical Tenna head, sometimes with greebles and an additional rim. Basically a more detailed Tenna head. Rounded X lore. square, but it's more rounded, found typically in chibi drawings, yeah. And about the antenna, lots of artists keep them pretty long with the balls at the end. Some of them do slimmer, like little rectangles instead, but most keep the balls. I love how people draw Tenna's antennas, they're so cute. Oh my god, I love Tenna. I love Tenna. I love Tenna. I did ask a couple of people how they draw Tenna certain ways. These aren't the interviews, by the way. This is just like a general questionnaire that I asked. So in every following section, I'm going to include their reasoning as to why they do that. I draw him with a normal TV head, honestly, because it's easier. I didn't even fully notice his game sprite ones, weirdly. Not TV shaped, LMAO. Also, his antlers. I don't draw him with the balls at the end of them, more just rectangles. Was a preference because I didn't like how it looked in my style. I usually draw him with an average square-ish TV shape because it's easier that way for me. Lol. And it's a bit like an upside down trapezoid. Obviously, I draw his antennas bug-like. TV head, square, it's easier for me. I didn't try to make it a trapezoid, just kept messing it up. I try and be as close to Toby's own concept art of him when I draw him more seriously, but I do end up giving him more of a square-shaped face for quick doodles or my initial sketches since it is easier. The same way I can say with his face, as I tend to make it softer with his nose a bit shorter than what it is in his sprites. I tend to go with a box/regular TV head. It's easy to draw lol, but sometimes I try and make it more trapezoid/rounded to match the canonical shape. It depends on the style I'm going for. Tail! Tenna artists love to add tails to this, man, I swear. I'm the artist. That's me. I'm the artist. Plug tail. It sounds like an Undertale AU. Plug tail. Anyway, but when it comes to the plug tails, I see a lot of people give him extremely long extension cord type tails with a typical power plug cord at the end. You know, the ones that you would plug into the wall. I've seen a couple people actually like incorporate his tail design into being hidden, like some people will have it wound up at his back, like how you would wind up an extension cord. To those artists, I love you so much, oh my god. Variations. I've seen typical power plugs, mainly the British, American, and Australian varieties in power plugs. Sometimes I see USB cords or HDMI cords. Now, my personal favorite, although I don't draw OG Tenna with this, is the flat top plug. Those who know, you know who I draw this tail with. You know. Wire tails. I've also seen people do wire tails, which is really cool. Just a bunch of different wires. Very nice, very nice. Although this video isn't about AUs, I've also seen like a couple of AU Tennas with like fluffy tails, or even just some like little regular doggy tails. Shout out to the one artist that draws a really fluffy dog Tenna. And now that I'm saying it, even unrelated to AUs, there's still people who draw Tenna with like really fluffy dog tails. Shout out to you guys. You guys are just on a different plane of existence. Thank you so much for your service. And now for those responses. The tail I feel like the fandom just decided. Yes, we love that and almost all draw it. I got it from fan art and really adored it. It does help and make Tenna look more expressive too. I give the plug one. I do give him a plug tail. It's just an accepted headcanon from the fandom, lol. Tail. I give him a plug tail sometimes. Tail. I do not give him a typical plug tail. It's mostly for cute points though. Tail. I do not normally give him a tail, but when I do, it's a plug. Just adding on to the tail conversation, some artists don't draw him with a tail. Obviously, it's not in his canonical spriting. Some people use his tail coats as a tail, and in the canonical spriting, it kind of is used as his tail. Doesn't matter. Anyway, moving on. Body shape. Now I know within fandoms, it can be a hot topic to change a character's body in any kind of extreme way, or even just small ways. Not with Tenna. Tenna is honestly such a refreshing tall glass of water. And not even tall sometimes. Sometimes people draw him short. I just love how diverse people draw Tenna and show him in different types of body shapes and body designs. Honestly, it helped me out a lot with my personal self-image, which is just wonderful to see. And I know it helps out a lot of people as well. I just love that people are so experimental with the different designs of Tenna. It's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. So let's go over those different types of designs I commonly see. The Canon version is in line with his canonical proportions, so head, size, torso, and legs the size of both of them combined. You know the gist. That kind of stuff. However, less stylized versions I see, the typical average male build, you know, the one that appears when you type in man in a suit stock image, We also have Tenna designs that lean towards a more filled out silhouette, obviously adding a bit more weight to it. Because I know especially in fandom spaces, people often try to lean towards a certain extent of Tumblr sexy men, so it's really refreshing and really nice to see a lot of people want to draw Tenna with proportions that would be fitting for a middle-aged man. Overall, it's just like really nice to see a different design for Tenna floating around, especially one that I'm really appreciative of it. It makes a lot of people feel seen, and that's beautiful to see. I've also seen a lot of smaller Tennas, typically like stylized cutesy ones. This is that kind of scrawny build, as well as like a lot of chibi drawings. Shoulders ain't as broad, you know the drill. And I'm guilty of drawing Tenna like this a couple times. Honestly, I change my art style when it comes to Tenna like every single other day. I don't know why. Exaggerated cartoonish styles, similar to the canonical version, are just a bit more exaggerated and a bit more cartoony. Stuff like chibis, stuff like those cutesy drawings. I don't know, man. I'm talking about random stuff. Yaoi proportions. So, I'm not calling anyone out, by the way. Yaoi proportions is hilarious. You know the ones I'm talking about. We love to see it. We love to see it. Somebody's gotta pick up the pen, and I love calling it yaoi proportions. I'm not calling anyone out. Artists who draw him with yaoi proportions, keep doing you, because as long as you're drawing Tenna, you're alright in my book. It's also worth mentioning headcanons, because a lot of these like different body styles, they tend to be brought on by headcanon, which is great. I love headcanon. Headcanon's great. It really lets artists like freeball. And these headcanons influence how people draw him, obviously. So I've seen a lot of queer headcanons, I've seen a lot of autistic headcanons, I've seen a lot of gender headcanons, I've seen just a whole bunch of them, and they're very refreshing to see, very unique. I encourage it because fandom is beautiful and it makes people feel seen to have their favorite character look like them, and it's beautiful. And thank you, Tenna, Deltarune, you refreshing glass of water, you tall mountain, you, the tree I want to climb. So stupid. But moving on to body designs. Now, since we actually have never seen Tenna's full body design, since he's covered shoulder to overly long-sized shoe in this wacky-ass outfit, a lot of people have taken creative liberties when coming up with his design. Robot! First up is the first you'd probably think of, a robot. Now, there's a lot of different interpretations of this idea. FNAF-style robots, Disney animatronic styles, cyborg styles, beep-boop, classic robots, a frame with padding type robots, and an android. Whatever the case, it's clear the fandom loves this idea. It's easily arrivable conclusion, TV head, TV body. Now, the robot, I just wanted to bring up. Whoever gave Tenna the wires on the arms for his robot design, I think the OG was the Dreamer Tenna AU, but oh my god, that's genius. Bro, that's amazing. That's a great idea. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, human man. So, going from robot, we got human man. You know those edits of fish on office workers' stock images? Yeah, human man. Occasionally, I see a bit of robot and human man crossover, but I think I'm obviously guilty of that. But it's just like, yeah, I guess that's a cyborg. Yeah. Sometimes he's purple, other times he's his screen color. I've seen him the same color as the wooden desk he sits on, which props to that artist. That's genius. Soft silicon robot, obviously, is one we have to mention. So this one is, you know, taking the wireframe from the robot and adding silicon around it, like Baymax from Big Hero 6. Typically, the silicon is around the torso, occasionally the arms, the thighs, and from what I see, I mean here, I don't search up anything weird on Twitter, I swear! Completely silicon. The natural evolution from the prime. And if I start talking this one, I will not be able to deny the claims that I have not looked at things on Twitter. Come on, everyone does it! Fluffy creature. They made him fluffy. They made him fluffy. Okay, so like everyone decided to make Spamton a fluffy bird. People really wanted to do that for Tenna. I've seen a lot of dog ones, mainly some fluffy bug ones, but we will get to that. Normally, this also gives him the anthro legs, which is the natural progression, and gives him a tail, sometimes ears, but mostly he's just a fluffy white creature. Bug! Tenna is an ant. Toby drew inspiration in his concept designs for this, so naturally people ran with it. So they did that to marathon levels, I might also add. Due to the bugs having an exoskeleton, lots of their body is segmented, so I see a lot of people do crossovers between Robot Tenna and Bug Tenna. Most people give Bug Tenna 4 arms. I've seen Anthro bug legs too, and Stinger sometimes as well. Occasionally people really lean on the bug kind of look to give him incisors and pincers, but I see this more with people doing AU design. Also, Fluffy Bug mentions the monster designs, Tenna's design that often portrays him as a fluffy bug creature. I've seen a couple people do this. Shout out to that one individual. You know who you are. We know each other. I'm calling you out in this video. No. I'm joking. I love fluffy bug Tennas. Also, worth mentioning that in Toby's concept art, it shows that Tenna can outstretch his screen, like how a snail emerges from his shell. So this was also carried over into fan art, this worm thing, along with Tenna being able to drink from his nose, like a mosquito. Then we have Pure Light TM, trademarked. So when I said Tenna could emerge from his screen, people thought, well, if he can do that, naturally the TV must be a shell, and thus his whole body should be made of the screen material, which glows, so naturally he is pure light. These tend to look like a regular human man, but with a blocked out silhouette of white, and he's soft, and it's beautiful, and I love it. Thank you so much. Good stuff. Now onto those little questionnaires, answers, the little explanations from the people I asked. It's easier for me to draw robotic metal parts, kind of like the FNAF animatronics, Lamau. Not too detailed because I tend to draw his sleeve rolled up often. Then we have a text face at the end of that one. For body type, I want to try and give him a bit of a V-shaped body. For the most part, I draw it as an average physique for a human man. LMAO. Body design. I imagine his body is an older version of Mettaton EX, like a prototype host. Oh, that's so cool. 50-50%. I do see him as a robot, but he also does have some silicon parts that look more fleshy, light purple and all. Something of note is that I do like to give him a visible heart that shines through his chest because it's cute. Oh my god, stop, that is such a good idea! I like making him pretty robotic, almost similar to Mettaton with some more TV/retro touches. Okay, this section is called shirt. What do I mean by shirt? Well, it's a shirt. Some people give him a red collar and some don't, that's all. I have done both, why? Well, I didn't realize at first, and then I wanted to be canonically accurate. So yeah, people draw his shirt all different wacky amounts of ways. It's mainly a dress shirt though, so keep that in mind. Moving on to his belt buckle, his TV one, what an egotist. Tenna's OG doesn't have like any expressions, but some people give it expressions, and if you're that artist, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing God's work out here. Good stuff. I've also seen people ignore it since his tie covers it most of the time. And that would be me. I'm the one. That's me. That's me! Outfit. I keep stuff to Canon when I draw him. Will forget the TV pin or the Tenna belt face at times, though. Whoops, sorry. I mostly keep the clothes the same. I do tend to forget the TV pin he has or the belt with the face. I tend to stick with a Canon-esque outfit. I give him a face on the belt buckle and make the suit go over the belt instead of tucked in. Sometimes I like to make his shoes a little bit more fancy, like spats or something. I like adding stars here and there, just maybe the star couplings. I, like many others, cannot draw a 15-foot guy consistently. That is a big man. I am not bothered to draw him that tall. I'm not feeding him that much. He is going to be small. I know I can't, like, keep him 15 foot or whatever, so I just scale him down, mainly. A lot of other people do scale him down as well. I typically see people keeping him taller than everyone else, though. Like, he's the biggest guy in a room. Compared to Spamton, I've seen a lot of people draw him just, like, towering over that guy. Typically, people will base his height off of, like, 6 foot and up. I don't see a lot of 5'7" Tennas around, but you'd be surprised. It's either that, or they draw him really glooby and small and stupid, like a stupid little glooby TV man. I'm calling Tenna stupid, by the way, not the art. Height. Whatever my heart desires. Height. Varies. I just like drawing him bigger than anyone else he is around, unless the thing requires him to be glooby. Abstractly, I imagine that he's at least 15 feet tall. But people will also draw him with just, like, towering height sometimes, especially when he's mad, so keep that in mind. So now that we've gone over the differences in terms of Tenna's design, the wide variety of how people differentiate their Tennas from other Tennas, and how they draw him in their styles, you know, all that jazz. We're gonna go over the similarities that a lot of people keep when they draw Tenna. Because, you know, if you don't keep the similarities to the OG, it's just a whole new guy. I wouldn't know what we're talking about. I wouldn't be that guy. I wouldn't be that. Okay, so first off, let's go with the nose. Without fail, everyone draws Tenna with a nose. No, Dev, you're not here right now. I drew you with a nose once. You snuck in here. I'll make sure that he stays in the garage. But yeah, people mostly, without fail, give Tenna a long nose. Aside from the points where they draw him with his little smile screen thing that happened in Chapter 2, people will draw him with a nose. It's either that or that smile screen, or a black screen like in his spriting. But if you're just drawing regular Tenna, you draw him with a nose. It's rememberable. It's something that you can't really get rid of in his design. I see people drawing him with a longer nose, a shorter nose, a rounded nose. Regardless, it's a big nose. They draw him with a big nose, a big schnoz for him to sniff things and drink nectar. Yeah, the nose on Tenna brings most of the charm, I reckon, personally, which makes my AU Tenna a bit of an outlier, but we're not gonna get into that. Go away, Dev! But yeah, I drew this very helpful diagram, which I will now voice over to illustrate my point.
A TV head? Tenna the TV head?
Screen/face. No one gives him eyes except British Tenna and the other guy. We don't talk about them. But most stick with the OG screen with those purple shadings. Honestly, the amount of good Tenna has done for people who like want to learn rendering, it's amazing because there's always that just like bright ass light source, and everyone knows how a lamp works, and he's basically a giant lamp. Tenna the TV lamp. I love Tenna's screen. It's so gooey, and he's got that dumbass J face, like the little swoopy mouth. I love it. Everyone keeps the swoopy mouth as well. I don't see a lot of people draw him without that little lip. So cute. People don't give him eyebrows, also, by the way, but like some people do give him eyebrows. Some people use his screen as an eyebrow. It's just like whether or not. I should have included this in the differences, but I'm including it now. I personally don't draw him with eyebrows because I wanted to stick to the OG with that, but I know a lot of people do. It's just to make him more expressive. Some people use his antenna as the main expression source, but yeah, anyway. Leather pants. People always draw his leather pants. They're always shiny, or I guess they're dress pants. I see a couple dress pants, but they're always shiny. Tenna always has shiny pants. You can't deny it. He's a shiny man with some shiny pants, and they're beautiful, and I love him. I love him so much. TV pin. No one would dare leave out this man's TV badge. I mean, why would they? Wait a second. I left out his TV badge. I'm the one who dares. Yeah, sometimes it's just forgettable. Sorry, Tenna, I know your TV badge is very important to you, but sometimes I forget it. I'm sorry. But I think it's so cute, and most others do remember to put it in, but others don't, you know. It's just a little bit of tiny thingy. It's just there. But it is quite the recognizable piece of merch. It really helps to make the yellow stand out in his accent colors. It's great stuff. But why do people make all of these differences? Because I know we're all asking. I'm asking right now. Why do you draw Tenna differently? Well, let's chat about that. If I'm being honest, most artists actually stay quite accurate to Tenna's OG design. Toby Fox has such a way with character designs, if I'm being real, that a lot of people just take the base concept and really just add things to it rather than change it. Because I see a lot of people change FNAF designs when they're drawing them from the OGs. Like, if I were to show you some Fanon FNAF designs compared to some of the Canon ones, you would think, oh, that's a whole new guy. So yeah, a lot of people keep Tenna on model pretty much because Toby just has such a way with making characters that it's like hard to not be enamored with their current designs. Tenna himself seems complicated at first, but it's really quite a simple design. What brings the charm is the way his model is constructed. Not saying that he wouldn't work without these elements, but his model was very convincing as a starting point for many artists, especially because it's 3D, which I really should have talked more about in this video, but it really slipped my mind. How did it slip my mind? He's 3D, he's beautiful, he's such a beautiful man. But this is all speculation, this is all just me talking into a microphone for near 2 hours at my desk, I mean, what are you getting out of this video? A guy talking about how much he loves Tenna under the guise of it being a design video, I guess. But I want to know what other artists think, you know? I want to find out what makes the Tennasphere tick. See what makes their 10 differently. Why did I write that? To see what makes them pen their 10 differently? That's an attempt at poetry. Tenetry. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we should give this a go. So I asked a bunch of Tenna artists around the Tennasphere to let me interview them, and I wanted to kind of see what their thoughts, how they draw Tenna, what's up with Tenna, how they love Tenna, what they do for Tenna, you know. It's just, I wanted to ask some artists, I wanted to get some cool artists on and interview them. And all of the artists I'm gonna be showing in this video are like super cool, and you should check them out in the comment section. I put their stuff in the description, they're so cool. I love being in a community. I love being in a community. So yeah, enough of that. Let's take it away with the interviews. Interview office. Yeah, please get on with it. Okay, fine. No need to rush me. Let's take it away with these interviews, folks. First question, how about we get an introduction here? Who are you? Where can we find you?
Hey, my name is Caligmera. You can call me Charlie or Cal, either is fine. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr, all under Caligmera, the same name. Digital artist, drawing clip studio paint. I'm just here for the spam Tenna grind.
Important question. Really important one.
Yeah.
Do you draw Tenna?
Who?
Oh, maybe I'm saying it wrong. Tina from Delaroon?
I think I maybe like seen some fan art of him. I don't know. I don't really know who that is.
Oh, yeah. End of interview.
Interview over. Go home, everyone.
Play
Go
the
home.
title card. No, but
yeah, obviously I know who Tenna is.
Yeah, okay. Now, why do you draw Tenna?
When I first played Deltarune, people that played Chapter 3 will be like, oh my god, it was love at first sight. When I first saw Tenna, I knew he was going to be my favorite character. I mean, I liked him. I thought he was good. Loved the 3D surprise. He was a good character, but I wasn't Tenna-pilled, you know? I wasn't there. And then I went on the fandom side of like social media afterwards, and I saw the fan art and the spam Tenna analyses, and
Oh my god.
it's been plaguing my feed and my mind since then. And I guess that's why I draw him. I've been brain rotted, and I think I've always been a Spamton guy at heart. So I feel like becoming a Tenna fan was just a natural progression of events.
How often do you draw Tenna? And how many times have you drawn him?
Now that's a hard question.
Okay.
Because if you look at any of my social media accounts, he's there maybe like 5 times. I draw him a lot. I just don't post how
You
much
need
I
to have
draw
like
him.
a whip account. You need to have like a...
I do.
And you don't post on it?
No, I mean I do need to have one. I don't have one.
Oh.
I have a folder full of like 5 billion unfinished sketches or ideas for drawings, and I'm allergic to finishing anything, so they live there in whip hell. So I guess the answer to that is, who knows?
Who knows? Do you enjoy drawing Tenna? And what's your favorite part when you do draw him?
Okay, this is a loaded question for me.
Loaded.
Yes and no.
Oh.
Yeah, he is so hard for me to draw.
Oh.
It's mostly his big, beautiful TV head.
I know.
I really struggle to draw the shape of that thing. Every time I draw it, it looks completely different. I'm like, do I want to stay more on model? Do I want to like go for a more like square shape? It changes every single time I draw him. My favorite thing to draw about Tenna is 100% his expressions.
Oh, so...
I feel like the fact that he has no eyes really forces you to do some like creative shit with his mouth. Sorry, can I swear in this?
Yeah, go for it. I've sworn. drop a shit, yeah.
Shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely his expressions. I feel like especially with a character that has no eyes, it forces you to do some creative shit with like his mouth and his antennas. I see like when like the first time I drew Tenna, I tried to do like the moldable thing with the top of his casing to make it look like eyebrows, which I saw a lot of artists do to try and give him like more expressions, but I couldn't do it. I'm like, nah, he's got a fixed TV head and that's all you get.
Yeah, no, I also did that. I went, this looks so goofy. I'm not gonna do this anymore. And I instantly went to rigid ass TV head.
Yeah, but dude, I love it. I love drawing his expressions. I love giving him big goofy faces. It's fun. I love it. And I love drawing him. And I love struggling to draw him.
Now, what is Tenna normally up to in your drawing slash art? What is he doing? What's his daily activities?
I'll be honest, I really just draw him hanging around Spamton.
Yeah.
That's really it.
married.
He's just either happily married or he's like 3 seconds away from throttling him and boiling him alive.
I love that type of art.
I can't, like, I physically cannot draw like any angst or anything of them. It's gotta be like borderline they're about to kill each other or they're having a good time together. One or the other, that's all you get.
I've been drawing too much angst.
God, I love angst. I love looking at art, like angst. Shout out to everyone that draws it. But every time I draw it, I get hit by a wave of, God, what am I?
How do you draw Tenna's OG design differently, and how do you draw it on model?
Ooh, see, that's kind of a hard one. I feel like, I mean, outfit-wise, I feel like I stay pretty on model.
Yeah, I can see. You keep the collar the red color.
Yeah, I will go into detail about the beef I have with that red collar
Me
later,
too.
because I have notes, I have things to say about that red collar. I definitely don't keep his head on model, that's for sure. I do like to add the power cord tail, that's my
Yes.
other. I am not immune to power cord tail propaganda. I was not originally going to add this to my Tenna drawings, but God, it makes sense
It's so
that he would have
fun.
it.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it. He gets it. But I guess I'm like half on model, I guess. But like when I'm drawing it in my art style, it just,
I'd say
you
you're
know,
pretty
naturally
accurate.
it's gonna. Yeah, like kinda.
I would say
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Now, if you could add anything to the Canon Tenna design, would you add something? Or if you could take anything away, would you take away something?
Well, I would start. No, I feel like there's an obvious joke here to make. Well, I would start by taking away all of his clothes.
Oh
Frankly,
my god.
I feel like his design is a bit too detailed. I
Oh
would
my
start by
god.
removing all of
You
his
Tenna
clothes.
artists are all the same.
But yeah, I feel like Tenna he already has like a pretty strong Canon design. Here I go into the fucking red collar tangent. I
Go on.
don't like the red collar.
Me neither.
The first time I tried to draw Tenna, I didn't even realize he had a red collar. And then when I found it out, I was like, but why? It looks weird. Does he have a shirt underneath? Like a white shirt? Is it like I don't know what's happening there. I don't like it. It's been growing on me a bit, but it's just like one part of his design that really does baffle me.
It's
Also, his
baffling.
big banana lemon pepper steppers.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate them. Do you think Tenna has helped you improve as an artist?
I would say he has. I mean, I've already talked about how hard his beautiful head is to
Yeah,
draw,
it's beautiful.
but I feel like being obsessed with a character that has like a square head really makes you think about like perspective more in your
know.
art.
Oh my god, my perspective has jumped like incredibly so.
Exactly. Like it really forces you to think about it. So I mean, I would say yeah.
This is a big one. Is Tenna your favorite Deltarune character? And if not, who is?
Now, this will be funny after we were talking about how Tenna-pilled we are and how much we love Tenna. Tenna's not my favorite character.
Who is?
It's not Spamton either.
Oh my god, is it Queen?
No, it's Susie.
Susie!
Susie! I love Susie so much. Listen, I love Spamton and Tenna. They're the only thing I draw, but Susie is hands down my favorite character.
She's so
I love
well
her so
thought out.
much. She's so well written. Her growth, especially in like the past, like especially in chapter 4, is crazy. I've cried over that girl so many times. I love Susie. She is my beloved. Give me the adoption papers now.
Alright. Do you have a Tenna AU / Pippa's Child / Tenna Sona or any other Tenna adjacent creature?
I don't have any Tenna Sonas. I have sketches of a Peepus fan child.
Oh.
I have concepts and ideas of a Peepus fan child. Actually, I think maybe I can find the sketches.
Maybe you should send and I can attach to video.
Maybe they are very old. I have to give me a second to dig her up. But I feel like with the Peepus fan child, I feel like the fans have already really nailed it. Like I feel like I can't really
Yeah.
offer anything original to the table there.
Me neither. Do you know
But,
Addie? Do you know Addie the People's Child?
I think I know exactly who you're talking about. Is that the one who has like the big round head and like the black suit?
Wait.
Wait.
I think I have a reference on hand.
Because if we're thinking about the same one, I think that is. I love all the Peepus fan kids, but like she's
Addie.
a peak Peepus fan kid. That is perfect. Oh, I love them! But yeah, oh, I found my Peepers fan kid.
Yes.
She doesn't have a name,
Oh,
but
mine neither. Mine neither.
But I like the idea that she would be in charge of the shopping channel on TV or something.
Oh, so
because
cute.
because you know, Tenna and Spamton combined, TV ads, shopping channel. I don't know, made sense to me.
Now, okay, another question. What does Tenna mean to you? This is an open-ended one. This is like, whatever this question means to you, feel free to, you know.
See, this is the one that I left blank because I did not have any like ideas for really a response to it. I'm like, I don't know, like he's a comfort character to me.
Oh.
I really like how he's so deeply flawed but still so beloved by the fandom at the same time. I don't know, he just like really resonates to me as a character.
I love how he's deeply flawed. Just that's
Exactly, like dude, he's
a shit boss, and I love that he's a shit boss.
You know, TV World has no HR department, you know? Dude, it must have been a mess in TV World.
Oh,
poor Mike. I would have left if I was Mike too, brother.
He's
But
so gloomy.
he's so gloomy. I don't know. He's just.
What is Tenna in his simplest form? And I've said, if you would like to show a drawing, that is appreciated. This is more like a simplest form drawing kind of thing.
Here we go. I did a 2-second drawing.
Wonderful.
This is why I was like, give me 10 minutes. I realized I had to do the drawing. Here he is.
And that's so cute.
Here's Tenna in his simplest form.
He's beautiful.
Looks like I drew him with my left hand.
No, he looks great. This would be such a good little keychain.
It would be we got a little bee Spamton sucking the nectar off the flower. He's just a little guy.
He's so
my
cute.
Tennaling.
He's so cute. He's so glue. Like, you know those hanging
so
keychains and stuff? You could have like the bee above Tenna.
Stop, new merch idea just dropped. Guys, check out my Etsy, link down below.
Do you want me to link it?
I don't have an Etsy.
Oh.
I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm a liar. I will make one soon. I swear. I swear. So many people have asked me, hey, are you gonna sell these stickers and keychains online? And I'm like, we'll get to it.
Now, finally.
Oh yeah, the last question. Hey, we finally got there after an hour.
This will be the long interview. Do you have any projects / Tenna related media or unrelated media that you would like to show the audience or tell them about? So like anything. Self-promo.
Self-promo. I actually do have a self-promo. So I'm currently one of the page artists that got to work on the commercial break Spam Tenna Zine.
Yes!
Woo!
I'm buying that
Everybody
shit!
celebrate! Yes!
Question, because I'm not sure if do they ship to Australia?
Yes, it's shipping globally, shipping to everybody.
Yes.
So you can definitely get one, and you should get one.
Oh my god, I am like I exported my funds from VGen specifically just to get it in the physical copy.
You should. It's good. Pre-orders open on I think tomorrow, actually, 30th of October through to
This
like
video's
mid-December
gonna be out
sometime.
in like December or
Yeah.
November, and it's gonna be like ages.
So when this video is out, go and get your copy of the Spam Tenna commercial break sign. It's releasing. You can get it as a digital copy, a physical copy. It's releasing alongside a bunch of really cool merch you can get as well. It's awesome. I'm so thrilled that I got picked to work on this project. It's been amazing. I've gotten to work alongside so many crazy good Deltarune artists. But I shall say no more.
You should say no more.
It is a secret. I shall say no more. But get excited. Everyone's stuff looks really good. I'm so excited. It's so fun.
I just hope I can get this video out whilst it's still like hyped.
It's gonna release January next year.
Oh my god,
I missed it.
my current timeline is end of December. Finish?
Okay,
Question
well,
mark?
so you know, by the time this video comes up, either you order your copy of Design, or hopefully you've already ordered it, and you should be getting it next year sometime.
Ooh.
I don't know what time that is. It should be available somewhere at some point in time.
And you could pair it with the Spam Tenna plushies.
You can. Ooh. I'm still waiting for the damn Tenna figurine to drop. Fangamer.
I think they saw the jar comments and they got scared. Alright, so if that is the end of the interview, would you like to say anything at all?
I'd like to say thank you for having me on for this interview. It's been a delight, despite the 500 side tangents we went on.
That's fine, I'll cut them down.
I mean, what side tangents?
What side tangents? I don't remember
This was a
those.
totally linear interview that didn't get sidetracked
Yeah, we were
at
really
all.
serious in it. You barely even like strayed away from the question. You barely even let me like. When I asked follow-up questions, you went, "No, those aren't relevant. You only sent me these questions. Any other relevant questions? You have to pay me money." And I said, "Wow, big artist
Yeah,
over
it's
here."
crazy that big artist over here. Yeah, you have to pay me for my time. So how much am I getting paid for this interview? Is the thing.
Maybe $2.
$2? Can you make it $2.50?
$2.50. I can do $1.50.
$2.50. Why are you going lower? Why are you going lower?
$1. Final deal.
$1. I'll take it. I'm taking it. I'm
No,
taking it. I need
Okay,
it. I need it.
let me send you a $1, not in Indian rupees.
What if I want it in Indian rupees?
I'll send you a $1. None of that American money because that doesn't translate over well into our.
I think you're getting sidetracked.
Oh.
Oh, dude, $1 Australian dollar.
Yep.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
Okay.
Wow, this has really made this interview worth my time.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm so glad. I will end the recording now. Say your final words before your screen is cleaved.
I love Tenna.
First off, let's introduce yourself. Who are you? Where can we find you?
Well, I am Spooky Lounge. I'm known as Spooky Lounge on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. Though Tumblr might be a bit dead at the moment. I'm trying to revive it to no avail. I do animation, kind of, mostly animatics. I'm really obsessed with Tenna, ironically, having in mind the interview we're having at the moment. And I really, really like D&D, things like that. I have a big passion for making stylized digital art, so I'm a big fan of that.
Alright, cool. What type of drawing program do you use?
Oh, I use Clip Studio Paint to be specifically. Oh my god. But yeah, I've been using Clip Studio Paint for the last 5-6 months, since the start of 2025 maybe. But before that, I used to paint it on Procreate, and it was really, really fun.
I love Procreate. That's my digital artwork choice. Now, very important question. Do you draw Tenna?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful. Great. That's good news.
Fuck no. I hate Tenna. I despise him.
No, worst guy I know. Worst guy I know.
He treats his workers very poorly. I don't know. Shouldn't be. I'm kidding. I love that man.
He's so glooby.
Exactly. I love
Exactly. Now, why do you draw Tenna?
Well, I've been a Deltarune fan since like chapter 2, and honestly, Queen got me into like the whole deal because she was so fun. But I never interacted with the fandom until chapter 3 because of Tenna. Because like he gave me the motivation to draw, the motivation to make animatics, which I haven't had the motivation to do before. And the community is like really welcoming. So seeing people like my art and like my drawings of Tenna made me want to improve on my art and make so much more of it. And it's really
wonderful. How many times have you drawn him, and how often do you draw him?
oh god, counting AUs.
Yeah. Let's count AUs.
Oh no, I haven't done the math yet. Oh no.
Let's give a rough estimate.
Maybe 60, 70 times.
Oh, okay.
I put it like to 100 times. Like it's been 4 months.
Yeah. No, I get you. My Deltarune folder was on like 2 drawings before. It's on 410 now.
God, that's really impressive.
A lot of them are bad sketches, man. It's not.
Still counts.
Okay, still counts. Now, do you enjoy drawing Tenna? And what's your favorite part to draw of him?
Oh god. Well, yes, I love drawing Tenna. I love every bit of drawing Tenna, but my favorite part has to be drawing that red suit.
Oh, really?
I love, like, the red suit. Like, I've loved yellows, reds, oranges. They're like colors that I love painting, and because they're so fun, you can make them look like edible, you know? Like,
yeah,
it's so
I get
yummy.
that.
Yeah, and I since orange is my favorite color, I try to implement it on the yellows and.
Oh my god, orange is my favorite color.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just hate shading it.
I love shading it.
I hate shading yellow.
Oh my goodness. It's just throwing it on the orange and there you go.
I know, but like the brush I use, I have color
That's right.
dynamics on, so whenever I paint with yellow, it comes out being an ugly green and not the orange that I want it to be. So I have to manually change my brush color.
But yeah, That's my favorite part of drawing Tenna. Like, I love drawing his little tailcoat, even if it's in use, because it's like super fun.
Now, what is Tenna normally up to in your drawings?
I don't know if you guys are seeing the speed rain right now, but I guess you could say I draw him like being an idiot. I don't know if that qualifies.
No, that qualifies. That qualifies.
But mostly I draw him like being himself, or maybe being with Spamton because live like Spamtana. Yeah, I sometimes draw him Glooby because drawing him Glooby is really fun. Like, honestly. What else? I love drawing him interacting with other Tennas. Like, I love imagining their dynamics. Like, your Tenna, for example.
Yeah.
They're like hanging out or being like, here's your goddamn pie, and yeah, they're the best drawing with other people's Tennas.
Yeah, I can confirm it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Now, how do you draw Tenna's OG design differently, and would you say that you draw it relatively on model?
Kind of, yeah. I don't strive off to make my own little takes. Maybe, let me see. Yeah, the Canon Tenna I draw has like little square antennas. The tailcoat is like somewhat long. His TV is more square shaped than in Canon, that is more like rounded around the edges. And I draw Canon Tenna with a little line that comes from his nose, like mimicking an eyebrow.
Oh yeah, okay.
Alongside the little TV pin that almost every artist draws him with.
Now, speaking of Canon designs, if there was anything you could add to Tenna's Canon design or take away, what would you?
Oh, I think design is perfect. I have no corrections. I love the contrast of the colors he has, like the red suit, like again, and the face. The fact that he doesn't really struck to me, because I thought it wouldn't warm up to the design, but now I think it's perfect. Like, you can make such good expressions. I think the character design is really well thought out. Kudos to Toby Fox for that. He's the GOAT.
Shout out to
I
Toby.
wouldn't change anything. Shout out to Toby. But I wouldn't really change anything.
Do you think Tenna has helped you improve as an artist?
Fuck yes. Like 4 months ago, I was a good artist. Everyone's a good artist, but I was good at art. I feel like that in these 4 months, I've been drastically. Like,
Yeah.
comparing my first ever drawing of Tenna to the one I've just drawn, it's like impressive. Like, the anatomy has improved, the shape language, the silhouettes, composition, backgrounds. I think it's drastic improvement.
Now, is Tenna your favorite character in Deltarune? If not, who?
Tenna is my second favorite character,
Oh, no.
funnily enough. My first favorite character is Queen.
Good answer.
Yeah, Queen is the go. Like, she made chapter fun. I mean, it is chapter fun.
Yeah.
But chapter 2 is so fun. Like, her little jokes and like her little shit posting in everything, like, made me laugh every time she came on screen. Like, it made everything so fun. Like,
Now, do you have, okay, and I think this question is very fitting for you. Do you have a Tenna AU / Pippa's Child / Tenna Sona or any other Tenna adjacent character?
I do. The AU, I have only one Tenna AU and 2 Spamton's AU, but it's not about Spamton, right? Basically, the AU of Tenna right now is called Image Terram AU, or Image Terram for sure. I know, such difference. But it's a really fun AU that I've been workshopping for like the past 2 months. I've been trying to come up with designs, come up with really anything that I could implement onto this AU that would make sense in the Deltarune universe. Except for the basement. The basement doesn't make sense, but for the sake of plot, the dreamers have a basement.
Yeah, I mean, like, we don't see that they don't have a basement. Like, the basement could just be off-screen, for all we know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's neither confirmed nor denied.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about that Tenna AU, or?
That I'm really, really happy that like it. Like it means a lot to me actually because I don't know. I never thought people would like that AU. Like it has really simple designs. Yeah. The idea is very basic in my opinion.
I think the basic idea works. I think if an AU can be summarized in one sentence and like it has all these really cool designs to it, then I like it personally. If you didn't know.
Oh, that's nice to know. But yeah, I first started working on it randomly on a Magma, and I was like, oh, I like this idea. I might work on it, and then it developed to a full-on AU that people seem to really enjoy.
Now, what does Tenna mean to you?
Oh god. May I ask the specifics of that question because that might be a whole Bible or a really small.
I just wrote, what does Tenna mean to you, ? So it's really up to you how you want to answer this. You could say anything, you could say the Bible length thing, you could say a sentence, you could just, even a word. It's up to you. This is your interview, you take the reins.
Okay, as I'm analyzing the character, I think he's like toxic managers and capitalism basically. Honestly, like seeing a man fall from grace. I love that the archetype of Tenna is like, I treat my workers poorly, and I get punished for it, and I really like that.
Yeah, I like that part of him too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you don't get away with treating your workers poorly. This goes to our people in real life, people in fiction. I don't care. And also, in one word, pathetic.
We love pathetic people. Yeah, it's great.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And also, he's helped me like reach out to people a lot more. I've made like in this community, I've made like tons of friends. Like it's impressive. I haven't made these many friends since 2019.
Wow, that's a while ago. Jeez, that's like six years ago.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh no.
But I'm talking about like online friends. I trust me. I have like, friends in real life. Okay, I'm not a weirdo.
No. I get it. I haven't made like online friends at all ever. So
that's fair.
Up until now, obviously.
Yeah.
What is Tenna in his simplest form for you? I have put in brackets for this question. If you'd like to show a drawing, that is appreciated. Brackets.
In his simplest form?
Yeah, just like.
God damn.
What is he?
Oh god, that's a really difficult question. To me, Tenna is in his simplest form. The people who wants the person who really wants a spotlight and tries to make the best of himself because he needs the attention.
Yeah. That does sound like him.
I don't really have a drawing of him, sadly. The simplest form I've drawn him on is this drawing right here. And ironically, it has Spanton, and they're both under a spotlight.
No, oh, I've seen this one!
Yeah, this is like...
I saw this one ages ago.
The simplest I've drawn, Tenna.
No, this is so cute.
Yeah.
I love the little golden years little logo there.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I tried to like him paying no mind to what's going on around him. He just cares about the spotlight because there's a bunch of hidden things around him.
There's friend.
Yeah,
you put a friend in there.
Yeah. And did you see Tenna's shadow?
Yeah. Oh my god, stop it. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't.
I did that.
How dare you?
I love sneaking things like that on my drawings. If you look for it. Yeah. I always hide things on my drawings.
I love that part. It's like whenever I see you post anything, I'm like, alright, where's Waldo? Blue's Clues.
Exactly.
It's great stuff. Now, this is going to be the final question. So, do you have any projects, Tenna or unrelated, coming up, or that you're working on that the audience should know about?
Well, like I've mentioned before, I have this AU going on. It's a little side project to people to watch and enjoy. It's nothing really big, but one thing big I'm working on is my college thesis.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a short animated film. It's called Rodeo, and it's about two gay cowboys.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I wanted to like poke fun at the macho aesthetic that cowboys have, and be like, you know what, make them fall in love with each other. And I really like it. I hope I do well with that thesis. Oh my god.
Oh, that sounds actually so cool. Are you just animating it yourself, all of it?
I think I will. I don't have any money to hire any artists.
Well, I wish you the best of luck on that. Where would it be? Would you upload it later?
I think I won't be uploading it to YouTube for a long while because I wanted to be able to post it on festivals and see if it gets any awards at all.
Oh yeah. I've
Yeah.
never been in the animation scene personally, so I don't really know how the award ceremonies work and whatnot. But I've been in the writing scene and they don't let you submit things that you've posted publicly. So I guess that's the same, yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow.
It's the same thing, which bums me out because I really wanted people to see it.
Well, I'm sure when you submit it to an award show and you get like 50 awards for how cool it is, you can post it with like all of the awards in the thumbnail, like how the Goblins animations do them.
I hope I get awards. I'm not sure I'm going to be up there with the big leagues.
Yeah, but you know, even if you don't win awards, it's still you submitted it, and that's already like 100 times better than somebody who hasn't submitted their stuff.
Yeah, you're right. I should have a little hope in myself.
Yeah, I have faith in you.
Thank you.
I think it will turn out great. From what you've told me, Gay Cowboys already engaged. I'm tuned in. Alright, so that is all of the interview questions. If you have anything you want to say, feel free to say it.
Yeah, no, I want to thank you for having me. It's really wonderful being here with you and this interview about Tenna and everything. It's really wonderful. It's my first time doing it. I have a smile plastered on my face right now. And I also want to thank the Deltarune community for being so welcoming and being so fun to hang out with. And I'm having such a blast right now. I couldn't thank the community enough.
Wonderful. And I'm gonna say the same to you. You know, get a mirror, turn it back to yourself. Because I also have a huge smile right now. I'm loving interviewing people. This is great. I will do a slight apology. I am currently sick, so if my voice sounds weird, that is why. Alright, let's begin this interview. Introduce yourself. Who are you? Where can we find you? What's your self-described title? What kind of an artist are you? What's your background? And what drawing program do you use? I know that's a lot, but that is the question.
That's a big aspect. Okay, I'm Christoph. I'm also known as Christoph Y on Twitter, also as Betaco. I was an OC artist and then I just draw Tenna or Tenna adjacent creatures at this point. I don't even know anymore. I do pixel art. I do illustration work sometimes, so very rarely at this point. I just do slab doodles, and I use MS Paint and Paint Tool Site to draw.
Lovely. Now, big question. Do you draw Tenna?
What do you think?
No.
I draw Tenna more than what I post, basically. It's all locked away in my computer.
In the vault.
Yeah.
Why do you draw Tenna?
I like him. He makes me happy. His head shape is fun. And he's a silly little guy that I love.
Silly little guy that we all love. How often do you draw him? And how many times have you drawn him?
At least 3 times a day. Since I do like a lot of sketches like throughout the day to not lose, practice on drawing. I draw him like at least 3 times with all the fucking slop that I do. And then as October, when originally, right, when I got the question, I drew him like 200 times. I think the number is like around that or a little more.
Okay.
Because of how many Tennas I have drawn and I have not posted and I will refuse to post. I'm gatekeeping them. I'm not addressing them.
Gatekeep. I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Gotta save some Tenna for yourself along the way. What is Tenna normally up to in your drawings?
Well, he's either being cute or just going through it. Like, there's no in between, I think. At this point, he's just being cute. I love drawing him being cute. He should be more cute.
Yes. How do you draw Tenna's design differently from its OG, and how do you draw it on model?
Can you like post like a picture of all of the drawings that I have made for this video? Like
Yes, yeah, I'll do
all
that.
of the
I'll do
different
that.
things, like all of that, and then a drawing of Tenna with the massive hips that I usually draw. Like I don't think I should like explain this. You should show it to the people like how I draw that
God.
guy. I can draw him a model. I have shown that I can draw him a model. I just choose not to.
Okay, that's understandable. I mean, that's understandable. If you could add anything to the Canon Tenna design or take away, what would you?
Nothing. I think his design is already good as it is. I think it does a very well job into showing what kind of character he is. The colors is like an amazing choice. I don't know. I know why maybe Toby was a little bit scared of this character in particular, since he does share like a lot of motifs with Spamtom in particular, and I know that since Spamtom is really popular, he was popular in chapter 2, in the chapter 2 era of the fandom. But I think he's perfect. I know that I personally draw him with a tail, but I think the tail code does a very well job into doing like the job of a tail. I think he's perfect as it is. I wouldn't change anything from his design, and he's perfect to me.
Oh.
Even if I hate his weird head shape, but I love it a lot. Like his weird head.
Do you think Tenna has helped you improve as an artist?
I have drawn things that I used to not draw thanks to this guy. I have learned how to paint things that I didn't know how to paint thanks to this guy. I think he pretty much helped me to upgrade my art and also like learn a little bit more about pixel art than I used to. I don't know. This guy like helped me a lot to figure out a lot of stuff that I was struggling with my style. Like since I struggled with seeing 3 dimensions, 3D. Him being a 3D character and having like the 3D head shape helps me a lot now to see where things should be. I know that it's not perfect. I know that I'm lacking, but you know, part of getting better at art is noticing your flaws and then slowly improving them. He got me good, basically. I like him.
Yeah, he's wonderful. I think he's helped everyone.
Yeah.
Is Tenna
Yeah.
your favorite character in Deltarune? If not, who?
He's top 3.
What?
It's Susie. I love Susie.
Oh.
Susie has always been my favorite character since the first chapter when I played when it released.
That's so nice.
Then in second place is Noel and Spamtom, and in third place is
really?
shared with Chris and Tenna.
Aw.
Yeah, I like Spamtom more. Ironically, I just never
Really?
draw him because he's annoying to draw. Yeah, but I really like Tenna, and like I think Tenna is easy for me to draw. He's cute, he's adorable. I love him, but he's not my favorite character. It's Susie, and I love Susie. It's just that as Spamtom and Noel, she's difficult for me to draw.
Yeah. No, I get that. Do you have a Tenna AU / Pippa's Child / Tenna Sono or any other Tenna adjacent creatures?
I have 2 Tenaeus. One that that guy, that
don't
fucking
address
picture,
him.
that guy,
Don't address
that guy
it.
that
No.
I'm not even saying his name.
Address
And I
it.
have Holly. That is the Holly Exchange AU, which is an AU that, well, what if Chris and their family gifted Tenna, right, the TV, the CRT to the holidays when a kid?
No.
That is my situation. And I have a Pippi's Child, my
Yes.
little baby Addie.
Yes,
I love Addie.
Addie. Oh
A
my
billion
God.
pictures of Addie there. Like, I love Addie. She's
I'm
my
just gonna
baby. I
scroll
love
through
her.
the
She's
gallery.
my little
I'm just
creature.
gonna play a video of me scrolling through your gallery of it.
Yeah, my little baby, my sweet baby child that I have put in the torture chamber for so long. I'm so sorry, little
You're so
girl.
mean to her.
She doesn't deserve that. Yeah, she will get like happy drawings maybe.
Now, what does Tenna mean to you?
Well, I relate to his struggles, the ones that he shows in chapter 3. I think he's just a cool character to me that I think showing such like a broken man being silly, right? Being silly, like not wanting like to hurt people and doing it accidentally or stuff like that. Like, I think he's a very important character to exist. Like showing even if you're like broken or you're like you feel I don't know bad or you struggle mentally, you can still be loved. I think Well, I have it typed in my notes, but again, I feel like Tenna is like one of those characters that you make when you are like younger and you grow up with the character because you love them so much.
Yeah.
It shows something, like knowing that Tenna is an old character of Toby. It just feels like it, those characters that you refuse to let go, but you know how to work around and still letting them be themselves. It's cute. I think Tenna it's cool.
Yeah. I
relate to
think
him.
he's
He's I love him.
cool. He's
yeah.
so silly. What is Tenna in his simplest form for you? If you'd like to attach a drawing, that is appreciated.
I think I attach a drawing in this one in the failed one.
You just
I can
send
search it
again.
up.
You just gotta resend it.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I already told you I have like a 200 Tennas. I have to understand. It may take a little bit.
I do understand. I very much
Yeah.
understand. If anyone's going to understand,
Like-
it's me and my 500 pages of drawings, all Tenna related.
Okay, I just love Tenna. He's my silly little guy that I love and I adore, and he should be happy.
He's wonderful. We all love Tenna. Tenna.
I love Tenna. Oh, I found this drawing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna search this drawing and I'm gonna send this drawing because I like this little guy. He's cute. He's adorable. Look at him. He's so cute. This guy, I already know how to draw him without a reference. It's this tire, man. It's this bad.
Tenna.
Tenna. I miss Tenna.
I also miss Tenna. And finally, do you have any Tenna or unrelated coming up that the audience should know about?
Well, I'm finally working on my AU again after not writing anything. I might do stuff with the webpage that I'm doing with my AU since I am working on that format.
Yeah.
I'm still I don't think I will finish the Ralsei cursor now, but I may finish it either
Yeah.
either finishing this year, the video comes out this year, or like
it's coming out
the
this
next
year. It
one.
will come out on the 31st of
Yeah.
January.
Okay.
It'll come out.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. It either comes out when the video comes out, or like
Yeah, or
it comes out the next year. Depends on how busy I am because of Christmas time.
Christmas is a busy season. Christmas.
Yeah, it is. I took my glasses out. Yeah, I
Oh.
miss Tenna. If you need final words, I miss Tenna. I miss him. We should get a billion cutscenes with Tenna in the next chapter, and I
Yes.
hope Spam Tenna reunion in chapter 5 real.
Yes.
That's it.
Now, what kind of an interviewer / Tenna Deltarune fan kind of guy would I be if I didn't ask myself these questions? So here on the channel, I have Obisc. Say hi, Obisc.
Hey guys, it's me, Obisc.
Hi, Obisc. All right, let's start
I
off
love
this
Tenna.
interview. Yep, I know you do. Let's introduce yourself. Who are you? Where can we find you? What's your self-described title? What kind of an artist are you? What's your background? What type of drawing programs do you use? You know, the whole shebang.
Yeah, okay. My name's Obisc. You can find me mostly on Twitter at Obisc. What am I? I'm an artist. I draw mostly Spam Tenna, but sometimes I draw other things that like catch my attention. Recently, I've been into my little OC world that I've forgotten the name of. Yeah. But it's got Devil Tenna and Angel Spamton, and I love them a lot.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. You know it.
I know it.
I'm like really struggling to remember the name of the drawing software that I use. It's like I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I just No, that's something else. Procreate.
Yay! I mean, I didn't know that
yeah.
information. Thank you for
Okay.
now. It's very important. This is a very important question. Do you draw Tenna?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, I do.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
I think so.
Wonderful. Why do you draw Tenna?
Woke up one day and then he was there.
He was
like
in your
my
room?
brain.
He was in
Like,
your room?
He is in my room, yes. But that's kind of unrelated. I think he kind of appeared in my brain first, like a little brain worm,
Brainworm.
He's a beautiful man and a beautiful TV.
Wonderful. How often do you draw him, and how many times have you drawn him?
At least 50. And at least 50. I feel I don't know. I don't really have the number on me. I could find it.
Let
if you
me
really wanted me
estimate.
to, but,
Around 300.
around 300. Man, I really lowballed it with that one.
Yeah, the drawing
I
stack
was-
is at 401 drawings, but like a little bit of them are not Tenna related. But I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's interesting that you have access to that information and I don't. That's
Yeah, it's really
That's
interesting.
kind of curious.
Yeah, guys.
Oh, how often? Yeah, like literally every day. And
Yeah.
when I'm not drawing Tenna, it's like what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
exactly what I'm gonna draw. Yeah.
Now-
every single one.
Do you enjoy drawing Tenna?
No. It
No?
is the bane of my existence. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna ask what your favorite part of him is to draw, but I guess none of it.
I like whenever I draw the nose. The nose is always funny to me. It just kind of like sticks out.
What is Tenna normally up to in your drawings?
Doing very suggestive things to a certain male man, or just kind of like posing for the camera.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
those are the ones that just stick out in my mind.
That was the first thing you said?
Well, it's the things that stick out most in my mind.
I can't fault you for that.
Yeah, I mean,
How do you draw Tenna's OG design differently, and how do you draw it on model?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think I just try to put as much passion and soul into my drawings as possible, and yeah, then it usually comes out pretty good.
If you could add anything to the Canon Tenna design, or take away, what would you do?
I would probably give him a little fuck, what's it called? A little devil tail. Yep. I would like Deltarune to start mirroring my own universe.
Did the
Because
own
I think-
AU that you've created, you just...
I think what I've created is better. than
No,
what
no,
Tony
you
Fox has
don't.
created.
You do not think that.
And-
No, don't get me cancelled on Twitter.
Yeah.
This is slander.
I mean,
Slander.
I'm just saying what I feel.
No, you do not. You're not saying what you feel. Obelisk does
Ugh.
not think that his Deltarune AU is at all better than the original game. Say it, Obelisk. Say he does not think that.
I was making a joke. I do not think that my Devna AU is better than Deltarune.
Yeah.
It is better than Undertale though.
No! Do you think that Tenna has helped you improve as an artist?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, 100%. It's like it's kind of miraculous, really. I think. Well, actually, no, it's not miraculous. It is
Ladybug?
the result. It's the result of tireless hours of drawing and the passion to try improve my form that has caused my art to like skyrocket in the past few months.
Is Tenna your favorite character in Deltarune? If not, who?
You'd think I'd be able to say this immediately. I feel like he is my favorite character in Deltarune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, why wouldn't he be? Ding, ding, ding! Correct buzzer.
Yay!
Yay! I think we've already brought this up, but do you have a Tenna AU / Pippis Child's Tenna Sona, or any other Tenna adjacent creatures?
Yes, and yes, and yes. I have all of those.
Yeah, you do.
I got this big sprawling AU that I've been developing in my brain. I've got a Tenna costume that in my room right now. And I forgot what the second thing you said was.
Pippis
but I'm
Child.
pretty sure I have that. Also, Pippis Child. I feel like I've posted that on Twitter at least once.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely you have. Now, this is a very important question. What does Tenna mean to you?
Oh god. I mean, where do I even start?
Where
You
do
know?
you even start? I don't
Where
think
do
you
I even
can.
start? Tenna got me out of such a dark place of my life, that like he means everything to me.
What is Tenna in his simplest form for you? If you'd like to show a drawing, that is appreciated. That is in brackets. I'll put your drawing up that you sent me up on the screen right
Yes.
now.
Yeah, this was my simple. I tried to draw Tenna like someone who had just started drawing would, just to like,
Yeah.
get in the feel of it. And I would say that is like the simplest version of Tenna. Tenna, in its simplest form, is a big fucking TV.
Yeah.
That's the direct answer to the question.
Can
feel
I
like-
ask whether the previous word to TV is a doing word or a describing word?
I'm gonna leave that up to the audience's interpretation.
Okay. And finally, do you have any other projects going on? Or, like, it's Tenna or unrelated to Tenna kind of things that the audience should know about?
Sorry, what?
Do you have any,
Unrelated to Tenna.
like, do you have any projects that are Tenna related or unrelated to Tenna that you have going on right now?
Funny story, actually. I'm working on a project where I interview other people right now.
Yeah, really?
Which is funny because I'm being interviewed right now.
Oh, that's
It's kind of a little funny
That's
thing.
really funny because
Yeah.
I'm doing a project where
Um,
I interview people.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, but that actually does make sense considering you're interviewing me right now.
It was lovely having you on, Obis.
Oh, okay.
Obis,
Yes, no, it was great
Gus.
to be here.
Yeah, if that is your full name, Obisk US at the end, not the not the country.
I was actually wondering if I could get your name, considering
Oh, It's
we've become so acquainted.
Ubis. Oh,
Ubisk.
Ubiscos.
Ah,
Ubiscos.
Ubiscos. Ubiscos. Oh, that's kind of a nice. That's a name.
Okay, so that concludes the video. Thanks for coming. This was kind of a personal project of mine since I love Tenna's design and I just really wanted to look at it and give a video as a kind of guide on maybe what it is. It's not really a how-to draw because I want to do a video later on for that. It's more of just if you had to describe Tenna to somebody who has visual impairments, what would you do? How would you go about it? And this video is kind of just me explaining what Tenna looks like, how he's been interpreted, and all that stuff. It's just more of a little fun project I wanted to do. And thank you to all of those who I interviewed. You all are spectacular. Oh my god, it was so fun to have you all on the air. I'm hoping to bring more people onto videos just like this for a bit of fun. Speaking of which, if you guys have a video idea, please drop them in the comments below. And another thanks to everyone who watched the Pippus video. I know it was a bit of a ramble, but also I'm really happy that it got to let me make some money off of YouTube, I guess, which is a crazy dream of mine I never thought possible, so thank you. I can't believe old man Toxic Yowie made me able to monetize this goddamn channel. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm very glad. So, thanks for coming to my 10 talk. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna go now. And now for an extremely short parody song of Creep by Radiohead to thank Chris for all of the hard work that they put into this video. Thank you, Chris. When you were logged in here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like a really cool artist. Your angst makes me cry. You draw Tenna like I can't say that. In a beautiful world, I wish I was as cool of an artist as you. You're so fucking cool. Your name is Chris. You draw Tenna. I'm very glad that you helped me on this vid. This is your thanks in the credit of a song. I don't care if it's not Tenna. I want to see your art. You helped me on this vid. Even though you were stoned by the Twitter mob. I want you to get a lot of Twitter followers. When I'm not around. You're so fucking cool. I wish I was cool. Your name is Chris. You draw Tenna. I'm very glad that you helped me on this vid. This is your thanks in the credit of a song. Oh, Tenna's drawn with a fat. Tenna with an X. 10, 10, 10. I'm so dead. Whatever makes you happy. Please draw more slop. You're so fucking cool. I wish I was cool. But your name is Chris. You draw Tenna. I'm very glad that you helped me on this vid. This is your thanks in a credit of a song. This is your thanks in a credit of a song. Yeah. Tenna, what are you doing here? Another round? Sorry, man. I don't think there's like anything else I can talk about you about besides the 3D thing. But that's not important. I don't think we could make more of this video. It's already like a couple minutes too long. So what do you mean bonus round? Tenna, what do you mean bonus round?
A TV head?
No, that's not.
Perry the platypus.
Perry the platypus.
Oh, a TV head.
I also just wanted to say thank you to all of the artists who submitted art for this video. I couldn't have made it without you guys. I put your usernames in the description below. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
TV head. The TV head.
That was so bad.
Perry the platypus. And the TV head.
Sorry, my doof voice is so bad. I'm so sorry.
Terra the tacitus. Tenna the tacitus.
I'm so sorry. Anyway.